Magandang araw mga kabugtaw. May nagtanong sa aking kaibigan kung ano daw ang tingin ko dito sa nangyayaring giyera sa Iran ngayon versus Israel and USA. Ay sabi ko, bahagi yan ng Eretz Israel or Land of Israel. No? Yung mga Zionist kasi, yung Zionism, ano yan, isang movement that was founded by Theodor Herzl noong 1896 that Israel will have a sovereign nation. No? Kasi nag-diaspora nga sila na kung nawatak-watak sila kung saan-saan. No? Then of course yung Balfour Agreement, binigay sa kanila yung lupa ngayon dyan sa Israel, kung saan ngayon ang present day modern Israel ay nandun. Pero itong mga Zionism, they're pushing for this Eretz Israel, land of Israel, no? That includes West Bank, Gaza, maliban sa strip of land yan kung nasaan sila, no? Lebanon, Syria, even Egypt, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Kuwait, and Turkey. Kahit si Wesley Clark noon, noong 2003, may natanggap daw siya na memo na war na 7 countries in 5 years, no? War in these 7 countries. Iraq, Syria, Somalia, Lebanon, Libya, Sudan, and of course, Iran. No? Ito talagang tinutulak ng mga Zionism. Ang basihan nila dito, ang Genesis 15, where God made a covenant with Abraham. Na sabi ng Diyos daw na this land will be uh, yours. It will be given to your descendants. That's why they're claiming it now kasi they have the right kasi pinangako doon sa kanya ng Diyos. Kahit yung Christian Zionist na si Mike Huckabee, yung US ambassador to Israel, in a recent interview with the Tucker Carlson, kinote ni Carlson tong Genesis 15 and ang response ni Huckabee is they might as well take it all. Nagkaroon ng violent reaction including Egypt, Turkey, no? Kasi pinangako daw nila yan sa ng Diyos sa kanila yung lupa niyan. Pero ang hindi nila tinitingnan dito is that in Genesis 15, God made a covenant with Abraham. Covenant yan. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng covenant? Kasunduan, agreement, no? That if you will follow my laws, follow you will be blessed and this land will be given to you. Pero Israel had been breaking that covenant all over and over again. From the prophet Micah, ano, Amos, Isaiah, Hosea, iba-iba pa. They were warning the Israelites that your nation will be destroyed because you are not faithful to the covenant of Yahweh. Oh? And wala sa covenant na yan na yung Israel mag-commit ng genocide, yung Israel mag-commit ng corruption lalo na sa economic and finance, but they have been doing that. Israel had been breaking that covenant. And yun ang hindi nila nakikita o hindi sinasabi o tinatago. Okay, this land will be yours, but it is a covenant. And Israel was not faithful to that covenant. More so, ito pang isang punto dyan. Una, covenant yan. Israel have broken the covenant. No? So wala silang karapatan sa mga lupang yan. Number two, ang sabi ng Diyos kay Abraham, this will be the land of your descendants. Sino bang descendants ni Abraham? Ang firstborn niya si Ishmael, who became the father of the Arab nation. Ang secondborn niya si Isaac, who became the father of the Jewish nation and many more tribes. Kaya descendants niya, these are the Semitic kasi. Pag sinabi yung Semitic, meron na akong isang feature noon about Israel. It came from Shem, one of the sons of Noah. Si Shem, Ham, Japhet, no? Si Shem. Ang mga descendants yan ang mga Semitic. Ang apo ni Shem, si Heber, came the Hebrew nation. That's where Abraham came. Ano yan? Sa Babylonia yan, Sumeria, no? Because Abraham was a Sumerian. His father, Terah, was a Sumerian priest. No? Kaya yung mga secret zodiac na pasa niyan kay Isaac, napasa ni Isaac kay Jacob, yun ang Jacob's altar moon. Yung 12 tribes of Israel. No, actually, that's the zodiac. At sa 12 tribes of Israel, may babae dyan eh. Hindi lang na-mention si Dinah, which represents Virgo. At kaya lang, the church is male dominated church. Kaya hindi naman mention yung babae sa 12 tribes of Israel who was Dinah, anak ni Jacob, ano? So, if the descendants include the Arab nation, kasi yan ang covenant eh. We're descendants. Ishmael, the Arab nation, Isaac, of course, the many tribes of Jacob, and from Judah, yung eldest ni Jacob, is the Jewish nation. So, hindi pwedeng i-claim ng Israel yan na sa kanila lang talaga yan. Kasi ang covenant, sa una, they broke the covenant. They were not faithful people. Number two, ang pinangako ni Yahweh sa descendants. That includes the Arab nation, no? And the Jewish nation, and the many tribes. No? Kasi yung nakalagay doon sa Genesis 15, yung well, from Wadi to Egypt, great river of Euphrates, the Canaanites, Canaanites, Cadmonites, no? Mga present day nations dyan sa Middle East, no? So yan, they broke the covenant. Kaya yun. In fact, kalalabas lang, Netanyahu confessed it was his plan pala for the past 40 years to go with Iran, no? At ang ginagawa palagi ng Israel ay gamitin ang United States because Israel controls the government of the United States. Kasi during election, yung AIPAC, America-Israel Public Affairs Committee, ano yan, pinupunduan ng mga Jewish billionaires, mga Zionist billionaires. Sila nagfi-finance ng mga politiko sa Amerika, mga congressman, mga senador, kaya hawak nila yan, pati presidente. Kasi pag hindi ka sumunod sa AIPAC, they will finance your opponent, and your chances of winning is very slim. Kaya nga yung recent State of the Nation ni Trump, no, nung uh, na-mention niya na yung Iran, palakpakan Democrats and Republican kasi hawak talaga sila ng Israel kahit si Trump eh. In fact, kasi matagal na itong ilang buwan na titirahin ng US ang Iran, but Trump knows kasi na mahirap kasi kahit yung mga military commanders siya nagsasabi we don't have the resources. And kaya inunahan ng Israel, so no choice na si Trump. Marami pa nga nun, yung blackmail niya sa Epstein files, kaya nga nagsilabasan na, kasi gusto talaga ni Netanyahu, who is a very evil person, na tirahin yung Israel, yung Iran. No? So inunahan nila, no choice ang Amerika, kundi sumali na rin. At ang masaklap yun, mga first strike nila, 100 plus, akala ko no 57 lang, ngayon 100 plus na pala children sa elementary school na namatay. Napakasakit nun, pati si Khamenei. Pero yung opinion ni Scott Ritter dyan, it was a stupid mistake to kill Ayatollah Khamenei. Kasi ngayon, martyr na siya. No? Nasa langit na siya, together with Moses, together with Abraham, and he will come back. No? Yan ang paniniwala nila. In fact, it rallied the Iranian people. Sabi nga sa Twitter, kung gusto nyo sirain si Khamenei, siraan nyo na lang, pero propaganda, dahil pinatay nyo, ginawa nyo martyr. Mas lalo ngayong umalab yung puso ng mga Iranians. And many experts, Colonel McGregor, Scott Ritter, these are former US military na anti-war na ngayon, no? Even Professor Jeffrey Sachs said, the US will lose. Kasi walang mababang inventory nila ng missile kahit yung interceptor nila. Imagine yung Hashid drone ng Iraq, ano lang yan, $20,000 ang sinisira, mga multi-million, billion dollars of defense system, radar system, no? And the missile inventory is depleted. No? Kasi during the war in Ukraine, marami silang pinadala noon. Kaya ngayon, gusto nila i-pull out yung sa Japan, sa Korea, hopefully pati sa Pilipinas i-pull out dalhin doon. Pero kahit na, it's too late. And they cannot even, it's also impossible sa analysis ng Scott Ritter to put boots on the ground. It's a logistic nightmare. And they don't have the forces. Ang forces nila usually sa Middle East, mga support group yon, mga radar people, mga maintenance people, kunti lang yung combatant doon. And they don't have the money, no, to go to war. Although, of course, kung mag-war man, yun ang gusto ng military-industrial complex kasi syempre income nila yan eh. No? So, US will lose this war. At yun ang nakakatakot kasi pag naubos na yung inventory ng US sa Israel, ang kinakatakutan ni na Professor Jeffrey Sachs, they might go nuclear. Kasi wala na eh. But if they will go nuclear, of course, Russia and China will just watch. They don't want Iran to be destroyed. That could be Armageddon. At itong mga Zionists na ito, yun ang gusto nila. Kasi pag Armageddon na, end of the world, they believe that their Messiah will come. Ito namang mga Christian Zionists, yung mga kumakampi sa Israel, naniniwala na pagka Armageddon, Jesus will come back. No? In fact, may mga US military commanders daw na sinasabihan na yung mga tao nila na this is Armageddon, Jesus will come back. And this idiot Pete Hegseth, no, the Secretary of Defense, ngayon sabi nila Secretary of War, wala naman doon yan sa, hindi naman daw legal yan, wala sa constitution nila yan, is saying that God anointed Trump. See that how religion is being used. Itong sa Eretz Israel, hindi ko lang alam kung they really believe in this promise of God to them, or they're just using them to create their own hegemon in the region to control the resources, particularly oil, no? Military hegemon in the region. Maybe both, no? May mga naniniwala na God promised us this. Pero ang hindi nila iniisip, ito sa covenant that they broke over and over again. So you don't deserve that. Imagine, no? How religion can really spoil the world. It caused a lot of pain. No? It has been causing a lot of deaths, no? Because of religion. You know, it has always been my thesis that the world will be a better place without religion. To quote John Lennon, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one.